Hello everyone, my name is Vera and I welcome you on Warmel Gallery podcast here in Calgary, Canada. Today is the middle of the May 2020. This podcast about knitting, crochet, spinning and all fiber related activities. If you are new here, I welcome you and hope you will find something interesting and we will keep in touch if you return here to watch it again. I'm so thankful for you. So, as I mentioned in previous podcast, this time I would like to show you yarn what I purchased during my trip back home to Russia in the fall 2019. It was in October. So some of the yarn was gifted to me by my friends, actually just by one friend, and another one I purchased during the trip. So let's jump on the yarn and look on my shelves. Not everything what you see behind me I'm going to show you because it's not what I purchased. So, but I would like to start with the yarn that was gifted to me by my friend back home. This yarn called Yarn Art Alpine. This is pretty chunky yarn. It's 150 grams and just 100 meters. So it's pretty chunky. It's about 50% wool and acrylic. And I was gifted 3 balls of this yarn, and I actually already made a hat with it, and I will try it on me. You will show how it's it. So it's pretty it's pretty easy hat, just 2x2 ribbon. So, and as I have one more ball left, I'm thinking about to make a video tutorial how to make this yarn from, how to make this kind of hat from chunky yarn. And another one was also gifted to me by my friend. It's truly I don't know what kind of yarn is it. I'm not sure how to read it. Adelon. It's from Estonia, 100% wool. It's like socks weight because it's 400 meters in 100 gram. But this skein is, how much? It's 232 grams, so it's pretty big, you see. And colors are so bright and beautiful. I'm not sure, but it seems like it's long stripes. I will try to make a... I'd like to show you. Yeah, you see how big is it? Yes, and I think it's probably long stripes. And I think I need to combine it with something another. Because in any case 200 grams is not enough for pullover or something, and these colors, if it will be like long stripes, will be, I'm not sure I will love it. Just not sure. We will try it later. And yeah, I'm so pleased these so generous gifts from my friend, because when I left home I didn't know how to knit, and during our conversation, like chatting with my friend, she figured out what I started to knit, and she just prepared some lovely gifts for me. So another one, let's start with this one. It's my pain and regret. This one I was purchased in small village, like small town, where I was actually born. And on Saturday morning there is a market, and everyone came from different places to their market and sell like absolutely different stuff, from food to shoes to household items, like everything. And this market open usually like from 8 to 12, around it, about 4, maybe from 7 to 11, like something like this. It's morning market because people should go to another place. So I found two like, let's say, grandmas because we're pretty old, was pretty old, and they said it's Angora yarn, and they came from like this yarn came far away from south of the Russia, I believe. I don't remember. Yeah, let's say it's Angora goat yarn, and it's about how much, I don't remember. I think it's about 200 grams. And it cost about 20 Canadian dollars, just in case, roughly, to like to share prices with you. And when I purchased it, I actually bought one ball for me and one ball for my friend. And when I already came home, and I think not just home, when I was returned back to Canada, I decided to burn it, like this fire, little bit piece. I don't know why I decided to do it and why I did not it when I was in Russia, but it's not Angora goat, it's acrylic or something synthetic yarn, because I think this haze, what you see on the surface, is probably Angora, but if you see, it's a pretty chunky thread with but just a synthetic, and on the small pieces of surface it's like a thread around. A synthetic yarn is probably Angora, yeah, but how much it's, I don't know, 15% of Angora compared with all other weight. So I was incredibly upset about it. They lied to me. Yeah, and like in any case, if I find out it on the, like when I was in Russia, that market opened only from like 8 to 12, and I will never see that ladies again. I don't know what I will do with this yarn, maybe something like socks, home socks, like I don't know, but I'm really upset about that. Oh, another yarn, what, let's say I also bought it by mistake, let's say like this, because when I ordered yarn online, my mother-in-law asked me to purchase for her as well silk, like do not pay twice for shipment, just put her yarn in my basket as well, but it's totally okay, I'm fine with it. And she asked me to buy silk, this one, and she asked me like, how much do you think approximately I need for like a t-shirt. She's I don't know what size, maybe X large probably, I'm not sure, but it's not like small or medium, it's pretty like or X large or XX large. And I said maybe 400 grams will be enough for you, because it's 300 meters, so for t-shirt probably it will be enough. But I don't know where I was looking, then I clicked check out, but accidentally I ordered 800 grams, so I clicked twice on 400 grams, so ended up we got I think 3 bobbins or 4, probably 3 of these bobbins. And of course she was surprised, like, oh wow, why so much? And she gifted me 1 bobbin. It's about 250 grams, 100% silk. As I said, 300 meters. And I already did little gauge sample to see how how it's look after washing and before washing, and yeah, it's so heavy truly to say, and I can't say what like it's soft or something like this, but it's interesting feeling about this yarn. It's not slippery at all. And what interesting about this silk, sorry if you hear some noise, but my neighbors are building deck on the backyard, but I put my microphone here, so hope you don't hear it, but sorry about that. This yarn is actually chain. I never seen silk like this one. Probably you will see better on the bobbin. Yeah, it's a chain, and it's like feeling is not like silky at all. It's something like, I don't know, maybe like linen. So, but yeah, we'll see. I'm going to knit with it something for summer. So it was actually also accidentally in my basket. Another yarn what I brought from the same shop was this Angora. It's I don't remember, but probably it's 80% Angora rabbit and 20% nylon or polyamide or something like this, something synthetic. And it's really fluffy yarn. I think you see it on the camera. And sorry. And I purchased it to fit with Suri alpaca, what I bought a long time ago, but this yarn is really fine and it's difficult to knit with it because it's slippery, stitches ugly and so on. So I was looking something to mix it together, like hold two threads together, and one of the yarn what I decided to try was this one. As you see, colors are different, but problem was not in colors. Problem was this yarn is super fluffy and I'm just lost my Suri alpaca if I will hold it together. So I decide I will use it like single thread by itself, and I purchased another yarn to hold it together, this one. I showed you previous podcast. So from the same store again, I also find this lovely yarn, but not look beautiful or something now, but it's 70%, yeah, 70% baby yak and 30% merino. I need to wash it before I show you how cool this yarn, but I was looking for something like fuchsia color because long time ago I had a pullover with bright pink, and I think this color good for me. I just don't know, I like it, and I was trying to find something similar to that color. Unfortunately, this pink is not so bright as I would like to see. I was looking at something more like brighter, like here you see the difference. So I was looking something like this, but I got, it's a little bit like, I did some drops of lilac to this color, but in any case it's beautiful, yeah. And I hope I will do something with it in 2020. And the last two purchase from that shop was this black. It's 70% merino extra fine, 20% silk and 10% cashmere. It's pretty fine yarn. It's 1,400 grams meters per 100 gram, and I was trying to knit it on my knitting machine, two threads together, but I'm still thinking it's too loose. Probably you don't see difference between gauge here, but it was different. And brown one is just some rows of another yarn to like I will know which one gauge is there. It's just for these purposes. And together with black I also purchased some pallets. I forgot how you call it, but these bright guys. It's on polyamide thread. It's not soft at all, like at all. And I was a little bit surprised because I didn't have it before. And when I got it, it's not about like these little guys. Of course they are not soft here, but thread itself, yeah, I was trying to knit it. It's not super convenient, and I'm thinking to use it only maybe for pockets or for like for details, because I can't knit with it. It will be how to say, garment will be itchy for me because of this thread. And yeah, I just don't want to use it for all garment, only for some details. And I thought to use it together. I mean, for example, cardigan black, and for example pocket with some bright details. As I mentioned as well in previous podcast, I was looking some yarn to use it. I lost it. To use it together with pink Suri alpaca, and I'll show you. I was actually looking for a similar color, and of course like not synthetic or something, so to use together with this yarn. And on another website I found it was 70% or 60%, probably 60% baby alpaca and 40% silk. This color on the website it looked very similar, so I purchased it. But as you see, it's a little bit more pinky together with, let's say, this one peachier. But I think you see difference. But I already did the garment, almost finished, and they work perfectly together. So this yarn I just purchased the same yardage as I have in the balls, and it's about 150 grams. That's all what I need. And of course delivery costs the same. Is it you order 100 gram or you order like 1 kilogram, you will pay the same price for delivery. And I decided, like, why not? And I decided what I will do if this yarn do not fit with my Suri alpaca, what I will do with 150 grams. So I purchased the same yarn in gray color, just in case I can use it like a stripe if it's not fit together. I believe here about 450 grams. It's 60% baby alpaca and 40% silk. It's super soft, and after I use it in my garment, I so love this yarn. Or maybe I love Suri alpaca, I don't know, but that garment, it's so soft. So I'm looking forward to use this yarn in my another project. But thread is pretty fine. It's about 660 meters, like less lace weight. So I'm thinking maybe I will use it on my knitting machine, because yeah, it will take me forever to knit it on the needles, because again, if I will use double thread, it will be like a cold, very super warm. If it will be like one thread, I need probably 2mm needles or less. So I will try to find the way how it works better for me. So, but I think it's not a lot. This is all yarn except that was fell down on the floor. Yeah, I think that's it. I also purchased some yarn, but what I already did garments. As I mentioned on previous episode, this one is like bright one is like acrylic yarn, and inside it 50% acrylic, 50% wool. It's had for my sister, what I supposed to send her. And another one I also mentioned, she purchased, like she chose a yarn for socks for her. So what do you think about this yarn? Maybe do you have something similar in your stash, and you can share a project what you made with it? So please share in the comments. And yeah, next time I would like to share make a small showroom about my knitting studio, I would like to say it, but of course it's not like a studio, it's a little room in our house what was given to me as a use it for like knitting craft. So next time I would like to show you my my room, and see you next time. Thank you for watching.